Hi.
Nah.
Hey everyone, I'm some Dead Ladrona of Services, Cynical Asshole. I'm here with Soggy, Bagtoons, J-Step, and we might have Beta Cat coming in later. Welcome to this Pettier Hills All-Star podcast. And we're here today to talk about what's new in pop culture. We have the Power Slut Girls being confirmed. We have which characters are gay, and why you should care, and so many other things we could talk about. Introduce yourselves while I post this on Twitter because I don't know why I didn't have that ready.
Yeah.
Well, I already posted it on Twitter myself, but I'll do it again. So, what topic do y'all want to start with?
I wanted to talk a little about some of that He-Man stuff.
Ooh.
Hey, Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Because as a big He-Man fan, that trailer really did slap. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it.
Oh yeah.
I love the song. I love the voices. I love the animation. And yes, I do know the synopsis of the show, and yes, it's very but for some reason, I'm not like 100% discouraged. It's weird. Maybe it's because I'm a He-Man shill. I don't know. Yeah, it's like
cautiously optimistic.
Same.
Okay, it could be about Tila, right? But it's not like we're not getting any He-Man scenes, and it's supposed to be like not even that long.
It's gonna be the first episode. It sounds like it's only the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they showed plenty of He-Man scenes and whatnot, and listen, they tell a good story about Tila going on a mission to find He-Man. Personally, I'm down for it, but I can understand why the older fans are mad because the ones who actually grew up with it. Yeah. Oh no, 40 years later, and we're starting off with Tila and not Adam. It's like I can understand that, but
wrong with it.
What I find a bit confusing is that I can't tell. I heard it's a revival, but like the way Kevin Smith described it, it sounds like a sequel because he said, "Oh, this is something that we always kind of thought about." So what happens if I don't know.
It's both because technically they did revive it since 80s He-Man pretty much has no other continuation. The comics do their own thing now with DC and
I said like is it a sequel to the original or is it a straight up reboot?
It's a sequel, not a reboot.
I think it's
the reboot.
I think it's
coming
a sequel
out.
in idea.
Yeah, the reboot is separate. That's a different He-Man show coming to Netflix.
Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure because I was thinking like was it like when the 2011 Thundercats at the same time there was a comic that continued the original 80s one
and
that
2011 was the 2011 show was a complete reboot.
Oh, is that the one with the weird sexual stuff with like Wiley Kit?
Yeah.
Edgy
and the whole it's implied that Chitara was let's be real, she was by mutants for a long time.
Yeah, gross, not gross. It's like comic book writers, stop fucking doing that. I really want to go to every comic book writer who's written a rape scene or implied rape scene like that and just choke them a little. Like, stop it!
Then you're going to have to choke Kevin Smith because one of the reasons why people are very nervous about him headlining this, and this is most I got to admit me. Done so much. And then when I reminded everybody, what's up?
Yeah, he's definitely done his fair share of that shit. I'll choke him a little and go, "Give me your weed," and I'll stop.
So for those who might want to know, because I'm sure Baggy probably might want to know why some people are concerned. I want to give it a fair chance because I did, to my credit, I did give She-Ra a fair chance, and I didn't think it was the worst show. But I did find that the villains were far more interesting than the heroes ever were. But anyways, getting into this, the intro looks awesome. The animation looks awesome. I mean, pretty much everything in there is looking really promising at first. The reason why some people are concerned is, again, it feels like they're worried it's going to be a bait and switch, because it's one thing. It would have been fine if, well, not it wouldn't have been fine, but it would have been better if it is a show about Tila and again other stuff that like Kevin Smith should have been straight with us, because they showed it at Clownfish TV, which again people may like or dislike that channel, but it was also confirmed at PowerCon, and that would have been the one to believe that Sheila was going to be the one that was going to be the star. So of course, when Kevin Smith came in and said what he said, it's like, okay, well, he's going in there and he's saying his thing, and then he also goes in and says on record that She-Ra had apparently more room to do some more stuff with. Complete bullshit. That wasn't the reason they did it. They couldn't get half the freaking lore, so that's why they made up so much shit.
This is something Mattel pretty much said to them point blank. You cannot touch He-Man with a 10-foot pole. You cannot. You can't mention Eternia, or something like. You can't mention Eternia. You can't mention the fact you have a brother. You can't mention any of that. You have to make up a lot of your own shit, and it's probably for the best, because again, the She-Ra merchandise has not sold well at all. There's so many stories about being on discount shelves and shit like that.
Oh, but the show was so popular and people loved it. Bull fucking shit.
Wait, there was
merchandise? Only one who wants to make it popular.
Yeah, there was. I got like these.
That personifies my point exactly. There was merchandise ? Exactly. That's exactly what I mean.
They had like these two toys, and they were like play figures or not. Well, first it was like the weird plastic looking McDonald's toys.
They were
selling it at like Target, then they had the fake Monster Girl dolls, which they pretty much just reused Monster Girl models and just threw the clothes on it. And I remember when they made the dolls, because the dolls are better than the other toys. When they made the dolls, I remember people got tight because it's like, well, they used the Monster Girl models, and guess what? Glimmer is not a thin Monster Girl. No, she's on the chubby side, and they got mad at that. And I was like, well, they weren't going to put money into it, so
Slim.
Cheaper.
Well, they had a bunch of leftover bodies from the failed Monster High reboot.
And then they had a bunch of bodies
they shouldn't have done that. Ross is sidetracking.
It should be popping up in a second.
Yeah, well, we're seeing it now, and I'm just all I thought when I heard about this is like, oh, does that really bother you that badly that the reimagined version of your favorite character didn't come out the way you thought? Oh, that is so sad. I'm drinking your fucking tears, you people.
What I find funny. Here's the thing, though. Like you guys said, like before we started this, the She-Ra, the most I've heard the complaining from is the people who love She-Ra, and they're upset that He-Man's trying to appeal to people who want He-Man. I'm just like, well, yeah. Like I remember.
Here's a custom.
Ew. Me with his artist and shit. But I said, I told myself I was gonna start anything on Twitter. I told myself I'm just gonna leave it at this. You had y'all's, we're having ours. You do you, I do me. I was gonna start shit, but I was like, no, there's no point. I figured, I'm not that person anymore. There's no point for me saying anything like this and that. The only tweet I made was like where I saw some people like, aha, the gay siblings are back, and I was like, gay. And it's funny because
they're so bisexual.
It was easier to do it with She-Ra, but it's not. It wouldn't be easy to do with He-Man because I realized, He-Man is like kind of the only guy his age in the show, in the series at least. Like every other guy is
icon.
Older than him, and like father figures or whatever. So like he's She-Ra's age. He-Man literally has no one his age. If they were to make him gay or something, they'll have to add like a new character because you can't ship him with Man at Arms. That's just weird. That's like his uncle.
Okay? They might be able to ship him with Fisto. You didn't know he loves the Fisto.
But Fisto is also like Man at Arms. I forgot about that legendary panel.
He fisted them all, but
like the only person I could think of is Orko, but
Yeah, that ain't
Orko's
happening.
more like his best friend. Like, there's no way that happened.
Anyways,
And his brother.
and I know we got a little off track,
Ooh,
but we were talking about the
look
whole,
at that figure to the
okay, now that is
right.
Sheila. Now,
Holy
that-
shit, that's a cool figure.
When I say I see that every time I go to the comic store in New York City, I'm like, man, one day I'll pick it up.
when I was younger,
He's gonna-
I had
he's
no
gonna-
idea.
He's just gonna walk in there. He's gonna say, "I really like. Can you put this in the bag?" He's just gonna walk in there, trench coat, hat on, like, "Hey man, how much for that figure? $200. Okay, okay. Here's what you do. I want you to follow these specific instructions. Put it in the bag. After hours, meet me behind the store real quick. All right, that's what we're gonna do."
Wait a minute.
Anyway,
No, Steve. Wait a minute. Is this the Twitter of the showrunner for New She-Ra?
What? Where?
Yeah, right here. I think it is.
Yeah.
Click the link.
Oh my
click the
god,
link
this
to
is
it.
her photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
well, that
this is her
explains
photo.
why Catra's trying to
Why is Catra being very suggestive?
I think it's supposed to be like a.
Yep, it's her.
That's why.
I think it's supposed to be a
It's her.
what's it called? Like a parody of the Ash Williams poster.
Geez, for someone who
get
thought
it,
the
but
globe design was problematic, she sure has some very interesting tastes. Oh
Man,
but
Ash
anyway,
Williams was posing up. Oh yeah, but you're saying J-Step? Oh
yeah. So anyway, so Kevin Smith was saying, "Oh, this show was so great." Well, fuck off. But he was saying that because He-Man was so much more established, aka they were able to get the rights this time for everything. They didn't have as much wiggle room to make any changes. So, in short, he was basically saying that this isn't going to be another Netflix She-Ra. This is going to be something that is going to be able to be enjoyed by the old and new school fans. So, and he was very adamant about that. And again, he jumped on. Oh, yes?
Oh, sorry. This is a controversial statement I want to say right now. If you make a reboot of something, you have to appeal to the old fans. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
you
have to, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people say, well, it's different. It's new. It's going a different approach. It's okay for new fans not to like it. That's perfectly okay. There's some people there's like a bunch of TMNT fans who don't like, who don't think the 2012 version is as good as the 2003 version, and people who don't think that the 87 version is best overall, and the 90s version with the Jim Henson take on them was the best version. It's okay, but at the end of the day, everyone can respect every single version of the Turtles because they went out of their way to appeal of what we love about them.
Yeah, even though
it wasn't. I'm just gonna say it right now. It wasn't until Rise of TMNT where not only did they completely redo the Turtles to the point where they're unrecognizable and honest to God should have been just their own thing, but at the very end of the day, there are so many episodes that make fun of previous incarnations of the show that are just a slap in the face to it.
Yeah.
That so many people had a problem with it.
But
the next mutation. No, the Turtles had a yes.
A live action.
Oh, there was a very so contentious. The Turtles are so dumbed down. Shinobis and ninjas aren't the same thing.
Anyway.
Here's the thing.
We're not actually brothers.
Is Beta Cat in the waiting room?
They did that. They did that in Rise of TMNT. There are 4 different types of turtles in the Rise of TMNT, which is
it's more for a cool art thing, not because they all want to fuck Venus de Milo. They made them unrelated in the freaking in Next Mutation because it won't be creepy if they want to fuck the girl turtle. That's literally the only reason why they're not brothers in that version. That's the worst reason
to get back in.
Not be brothers. Yeah, Beta Cat's not in. Beta Cat's not in.
He had technical difficulties. There he is. Here we are.
Here's the thing though. A great example of this is like I said, like when you I know a lot of people say, well, it's a reboot, you shouldn't care, the original exists, this exists, yada yada yada. Yeah, but if you're going to go out of your way to use this intellectual property to reach people, and grab the people who liked it in the first place. And what's the point of going for this at all? What's the point of making a She-Ra show if you're not trying to appeal to people who like the original She-Ra? It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah,
I actually have a really
at the very least, they would not have gotten the backlash that they got. I mean, if they just made it about gay princesses and LGBTQ representation, and they didn't let She-Ra out of there, they would not have gotten the blowback that they got. But they did. I honestly think she did that on purpose.
I don't even think like it's even like that. I mean, I know there are people who are like that who are against that shit, obviously. But like, I don't even think it's that. I think it's that it showed some level of like I do like, and it's again like it's very much people who are new to the fan base is like I do think it's like this new idea of new shows and stuff like that. When people come in, and I don't want to, and like I said, I don't like to use the term gatekeeping, and I don't like the idea of gatekeeping. But this kind of bullshit where you say, "Oh well, the original She-Ra was just a toy commercial. It was an overglorified toy commercial. Why do you care anyway? This show's better because actually, when you say shit like that, then why wouldn't I be upset when you say what I genuinely used to like? Is it you're saying that
isn't
what
as
you
important.
Like isn't as important, or either you didn't pay attention to what you like? Because I remember when I said I didn't like Rise of TMNT, a lot of people came to me and said, sorry, I'm slurring, but a lot of people came to me and said, a lot of people came to me and said, oh, well, the Turtles were all about having silly, over-the-top adventure, or having silly, weird adventures, and I'm like, yeah, but like what made it good was that they knew when to be serious. That's what made it really good. Like they took themselves somewhat seriously. Even the '80s version, as weird as it got, knew when to take itself seriously.
Yeah,
but
and this show doesn't. And Rise of TMNT didn't take itself seriously at all. And then they pulled a return. And then hold on, one more thing. And at the end of season 1, they pulled a Return of Slate where they said, they pulled a Return of Slate and said, well, being serious got us into this situation to begin with. We need to be silly. We need to fight we need to not take anything seriously and fight like we're idiots. Like we need to just hit stuff and get lucky like we always do. Even though when you guys acted serious, your plan actually worked, and it was the first time you won a fight in the entire fucking show. It doesn't make a lick of goddamn sense when your argument is, well, we need to act silly and stupid again. It was the Return of Slate. It was criticizing you for expecting them to actually be heroes. It criticized you for expecting something better from them.
Yeah, because
it's smart
the one
for
thing
doing
that hurt that show, it was the writing. That show is, it's another. It's honestly another modern cartoon where it's like the writing is just subpar. Could have been better, but
it's not even subpar.
Yeah, kind of talking about the about reboots. Even though it might not have been the best reboot, even Animaniacs had an idea that we can't completely go against the original fan base. They even said it in the beginning. We have to do something new and fresh, but not too fresh that we alienate our core demographic.
Because Animaniacs' downfall was just that it just wasn't that good. That was really its only downfall. They didn't even try to disrespect people too hard. I mean, original fans, it just wasn't good, in my opinion.
The thing about Animaniacs was, first of all, it wasn't I'm just saying, like, Animaniacs. First of all, it wasn't a reboot. It was outright stated to be a sequel. It was a direct sequel. And two, and I think the biggest problem with Animaniacs is it wasn't edgy anymore. Again, and I know you can talk about your politics or whatever, but when you're pretty much saying everything what everyone else is saying about a certain president at the time, when you're saying I'm not gonna say his name because let's be real here, I don't feel like hearing that shit. But when a certain president at the time, everyone's making the same jokes, everyone said the same thing, everyone's making the same references. You just you got rid of what made animation. You can't. It's like why The Simpsons isn't good anymore, because at the end of the day, you stopped making fun of the culture and you became the culture.
Yeah, take a look
And here's
at.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to say a good example, that would be what do you call it? Bart versus Itchy and Scratchy. It basically took the whole controversy, and I put that in quotations, of Ghostbusters 2016, but was somehow more tone deaf. Basically, it showed that Itchy and Scratchy were both now women, and all the boys had a problem with this, and they were going to, of course, what do you call it? They were going to boycott.
But Bart secretly loved it, and Lisa caught him laughing at it. So now he feels owned. And then there's these feminist characters that like literal child feminist characters who they try to make fun of, but also try to put into a positive light at the same time, even though they're doing nothing but causing mayhem and havoc all over the place.
And the fun thing about that too, that's kind of ironic, is the fact that when they're doing their stuff, when they're doing their pretty much almost terrorism and stuff, they're seen in a good light. But when the guys don't break the law and they're break their own stuff that they paid money for, they're seen as the idiots. And it's just like really messed up. And the worst part, don't get me
wrong, that's stupid too. But like, you can't like what my problem with it was. At the end of the day, it's a problem that I have with Lisa's character as a whole for like modern Simpsons, because they forget the point of Lisa was that she was just as bad as the rest of her family. She was a hypocrite. She's all that stuff. That's what made her funny early on. But like now, modern episodes try to paint her as always right. She's above her family. She's better than her family. Her family's too good for her. All that other stuff, instead of being like, she could be just as vain, stupid, short-sighted as the rest of her family. Yeah, she has different views from them, but at the end of the day, she's still a Simpson.
And it kind of showed at the end of that episode too, if you think about it, because at the end, she was trying to stop those terrorists. Let's call them from what they are. I'm not going to censor myself in that respect. They're terrorists, and she stopped the terrorists from basically destroying the original version of Itchy and Scratchy, because for some reason they only had tapes and they didn't back them up digitally, because of course. But then when she actually stopped them, apparently she accidentally did a terrorist act herself. And the now terrorists, the feminist terrorists, basically confessed that they didn't really see Bart as an equal. They were going to just use him as a patsy one day because he's a guy. And the moment that she saw Lisa do what she did, they were impressed and they wanted her to actually join them as an equal. But instead of saying that, you're a terrorist, what you did was wrong, actually act like old school Lisa, she joins them. And I'm just like,
what the hell?
Oh yeah. No, and not only that, like they have like Bart spray paint something like, oh, the patriarchy is stupid, and the episode just ends as if they were in the, like I said, the problem is they tried to make them like they were in the right the entire time when they were complete. It was such a bad episode, and it's just like a lot of modern Simpsons episodes. They're just so freaking bad.
It actually I got to be honest. I disliked that one so much it soured me on pretty much everything.
Please, that's scaring me, Soggy. Get that off the screen.
Wow, that is terrible.
That's scary. That's even scarier.
What the hell?
What with this one?
Thank you.
Okay, that's slightly better. Thank you.
That toy looks so spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Anyways, so as I was getting, because we kept on kind of getting off and talking about reboots.
Go ahead.
But again, with Kevin Smith basically being so adamant, well, no, this is not going to be another Netflix She-Ra, and this is not going to happen this way. And with that recent thing that came out from Netflix, and this is again their thing, that this is going to that a cosmic level event happens, and now Tila basically has to bring back all the warriors and everything else like that to try and save Eternia. So it looks like it's going in the direction that people were thinking about before. So not only is this going in a potentially annoying direction that isn't part of the original vision, it basically shows that Kevin Smith flat out lied. And it's kind of ironic too, because one of the big story parts about that is how lies, and boy, do I put quotation of this, and that's basically Prince Adam, He-Man, and not telling anybody but Man of Arms, split up the team. And again, they're talking about how lies basically destroyed everybody. It's like, Kevin Smith, if this is really true, don't you get the irony of what you did, you motherfucker?
What are we talking about?
Dude, I've been thinking that for like the past half hour.
Yeah, the thing that I was trying to get to a long time ago, but we kept on getting sidetracked. The reason why some fans are concerned, not pissed, but they're concerned about where the He-Man show is going to go. Because again, one of the big things that was that's supposed to be a main plot point is they have that big battle. It's really awesome, but eventually everyone finds out that Prince Adam is He-Man, and instead of like how Netflix She-Ra treated it like, oh well, she's She-Ra. Okay, well that's okay. We'll go with that. Apparently, everyone is so offended by what happened, they feel betrayed, that apparently it hurts the team really badly. And that's basically one of the things that kind of happens. And Teela's supposed to be bringing the team back together. So
here's the thing. I'm sorry. That sounds really dumb. Like I'm just gonna level with you.
Oh my god!
If the entire thing is, oh well, I feel betrayed that you didn't tell me about this. Okay, you could be upset like, oh, I can't believe you didn't trust me or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's not enough for you to say, well, I want nothing to do with you anymore.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm sorry. That wouldn't. I don't think that would happen.
Isn't that like what they did with Invincible and Amber? Like what they said, like.
But with Adam though, the Sorceress, if the whole Masters of the Universe was to find out, Sorceress would come down and give clarity to the situation instead of letting them break up like that. Like if Adam's identity became a problem for the Masters of the Universe team, all the Sorceress had to do is come down to herself and explain why it had to be done. Everyone listens to the Sorceress. No one ever doubts her on the team. So I don't know, kind of weird that that's the reason.
Hey Dominic Powell. Hey Emily the artist. Hey Ryan. Sorry, I got it. What I think is interesting is that I think we might get a Coming to America 2 situation.
Oh, well, that's what a lot of people are kind of concerned about, with a little extra Netflix She-Ra thrown in at the end, just because.
Yeah, like, because anybody who's in the dark about Coming to America 2, by the way, if you haven't watched that movie, when you first watch the first, 10, 15 minutes of the movie, it seems like Akeem's going to be the main character, and it's going to be about him and his, trying to find his lost heir. He's only the main character for the first 10, 15 minutes of the movie, and they only go to America 10 minutes for the entire film. 5 minutes at the beginning, 5 minutes at the end. It is like I remember thinking, here's the thing. I laughed hard at bits of that movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. But after thinking about it recently, I realized how shitty that movie was. I rethought about man, the more I think about this movie, the more I hate it. The more it makes me angry.
Yeah,
because I really like the original Coming to America. I used to watch Coming to America all the time. It was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. And just to see them, to put this into perspective, if you like Coming to, and I know this is gonna sound really
Dominic.
What
Dominic said. Yeah.
That's a main plot point. Akeem is indeed raped, and nobody seems to care. In fact, they make fun of it. But my point is, my point is, I really hate to keep bringing up this reference, but if you like Coming to America, Coming to America 2 is the equivalent of The Last Jedi for how much they fuck up everything.
I'm not sure if it's that bad of a sequel. It's bad, but it ain't that bad.
No. Fuck it. I will say it. It is that bad. I will say it. It was one of the worst sequels I've ever watched in my entire goddamn life. It was the only reason I'll compare it to The Last Jedi because I cannot think of a worse sequel than Last Jedi. I can't. I literally physically can't. But
Blues Brothers 2000.
I haven't seen that one. I'm scared.
If anybody honestly tries to say that Last Jedi is worse than Blues Brothers 2000 in terms of insulting, then they haven't seen Blues Brothers 2000.
Yeah,
that's just a
fact. Don't get me wrong. I love Blues Brothers. I still love Blues Brothers. Don't get me wrong. I literally I love it so much that sometimes when I feel like it, I just put on their cover of Rawhide on whenever I just feel like going crazy.
Fair
Just
enough.
say roll it, roll. Yeah, I love Blues Brothers, and I think Blues Brothers 2000 was a slap in the face too. But like, if you could think of every single thing you could do wrong with the sequel rolled into one, I still think. And don't get me wrong, Blues Brothers 2000 is up there, but Last Jedi, in my opinion, is peak bad sequel. The point is, Coming to America 2 was so freaking bad on so many goddamn levels. What they did to my boy Akeem, they made Akeem an idiot. They made Akeem Homer Simpson.
Slim.
Why did you make Akeem? Why did you make Akeem Homer Simpson? Why did you make Akeem Homer Simpson, guys? Why did you do that? Why did you make Akeem Homer Simpson?
Oh God.
Is it like they made like I'm not kidding. Here's the thing though. In the original movie, the reason Akeem's character was so likable wasn't because he was stupid, it was because he was naive. And everyone thought he was stupid. That is why that's what made it so funny. Like they always came into him like, is this motherfucker for real? Is he serious?
He had like a childish curiosity to him, and that's one of the things that made him very endearing. I've only seen that movie recently, but yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you, Slim. Also, you're gonna hate me for this next statement. I'm gonna say,
Ooh.
I feel like all of you are gonna hate me for this next statement. I'm gonna say,
ooh, go
I'm
on.
the only one in this chat that actually like not just does, but still does like The Last Jedi.
I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that conversation. Let's focus.
Dude, you are
I'm not
ready.
ready.
Never again. Get out.
I appreciate all the points of view. I'm just focusing. I'm focusing on my hate. I'm focusing on my anger.
Vintage Weeb 82. Is this a call-in show? I think it is.
Yeah, say whatever you want.
I
say
called
whatever
in
you
like
want.
an hour because I didn't have a good internet. I didn't have any internet connection. I was walking all the way back from my girlfriend's work because I just gave her lunch. So I'm really sorry for being late.
That happens, man.
Nah, dude.
Okay,
it happens.
I got a confession after Slim's done.
But like, and then like, who here has seen Coming to America 2? Anybody on stream seen Coming to
Not
America
me.
2?
I have not. I mean, luckily,
okay.
Didn't bother with it.
Okay. Well, let me put it this way. Basically, the movie is about Akeem, and it turns out he has, and I don't even know where to begin. He has 3 daughters. One of his daughters doesn't want to get married off, and he needs a son to inherit his throne. And he finds out he has a son in America. Who looks nothing like Eddie Murphy, by the way, which is weird. But
I just
apparently,
imagine his son is like Forrest Whitaker.
No, look, like Soggy, look this up. Look up Coming to America 2 son or whatever. I forgot his name, but he's such a bland, generic, pretty boy actor.
Yeah, I know. I seen.
Is this him?
I'm looking him up.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he's just a bland, generic, pretty boy actor.
Wait, let me see this.
Well, when you see his mother, you might understand.
Something wrong with his face.
Wait, is his name Lavelle?
Yeah, I think that's his name, Lavelle. Yeah. Something like that. It sounds like something like that.
Yeah, he really does not look like Eddie Murphy.
Like, yeah. So anyway, after that, it turns out like that's his son. And there's just so many problems with this movie, but I'm gonna give you the Clip Notes version. Apparently, you know his advisor, Arsenio Hall's character, his advisor, right? Apparently, a long time ago, he was in the bar scene, right? Remember the bar scene talking to a bunch of girls, right?
Yeah.
Very, 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 very famous part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to the bar, and apparently, he wanted some pussy too. He really wanted some pussy. So he found a girl who had, who basically had, like two girls come together, and he brought both those girls back to their apartment. One of those girls was played by she's in everything. Fuck, she's in everything now.
God damn it. I gotta look up Coming to America 2 again. Slim, you're ruining my browser history.
Yeah.
Use a VPN like a normal person.
This is my girlfriend's computer.
Here's Eddie Murphy's son.
I'm too poor for
Daddy. What was her name?
Oh,
What was her
Leslie
name?
Jones? Is that it?
Leslie Jones. Yeah, so
Wait.
Leslie Jones is apparently Lavelle is I know she has a name in the movie, but I'm calling her Leslie Jones from now on.
Lavelle's
So
mom.
Leslie Jones is because she's the same character in everything she's in. But anyway, she goes in there, and this is where we get to the controversial part of the movie, where how Lavelle is conceived. She apparently
Oh no.
had weed, and I doubt that it was just normal ass weed because like it made Akeem hallucinate when she blew like smoke and shit in his face. So it was weed laced with probably with a bunch of other shit. So
Oh my
he has
God,
no
it's
memory,
weed
and she
laced
just
with
gets
cold
on.
medicine.
So who knows what else? But anyway, when he's drugged, she gets on top of him and rapes him.
Oh no.
Yep.
Not funny.
And yeah, like they try to play it off as a joke throughout the entire movie. Like when he talks to Lisa about it, he's like, "Oh well, I was with other people too." And it could have been a funny joke actually because it's implied in the first Coming to America that he may have had a fling or two with the servant girls. So it would have been a funny joke if it was like, "Oh well, I saw other people too," and Akeem's like, "Wait, you saw other people too before we came together?" That would have been a funny joke, but that's not what happened. Akeem admitted that he was never with another woman, so until he found out about what happened when Leslie Jones drugged him. So at the end of the day, Akeem was raped, and they keep making light of it. And before you guys get on me and saying like maybe I'm exaggerating, or maybe I'm just
No, I've seen
being
the scene. It's pretty.
I don't
brutal.
doubt that you're
Yeah.
I've seen
exaggerating.
the scene. I've seen the
But
scene.
here's the thing though. Even on the synopsis of the movie, that means that they acknowledge this too. They said this is very similar to rape, but she did so in a manner very similar to rape.
Yeah.
They did.
She's
Like
a
I'm
woman.
not
Wow.
kidding. That is actually on Wikipedia or the synopsis or whatever. But they said it's very similar to how a man would be raped. I'm like, so she raped him. She raped him.
This makes
And, like,
Jesus,
it's like-
baby. This makes Jesus cry.
So
This
anyway,
makes Black Jesus cry.
So then Lavelle goes to Zamunda, and that's where most of the movie is. Yeah, you thought it was going to be Coming to America too, but they're only in America for 5 minutes at the beginning and 5 minutes at the end of the movie. Most of it is in Zamunda. Yeah, and Zamunda, which is basically Wakanda, or it's Wakanda. So it's basically a black utopian paradise with nothing wrong with it except for one problem. Women don't have equal rights, even though everything else about the country is modernized. Literally everything. So the whole then there's this subplot where a girl can't open a barbershop. Lavelle falls in love with her. Lavelle is not likable, interesting, sympathetic, or anything. No, it's like, how do I put this? It's like, and like, even though it's supposed to be like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right, where the guy, oh, we have a new family member and he's coming to shake things up and all that stuff, right? You think that would be at least some comedic moments, right? Well, here's the thing: despite everything they go through, yeah, that was stupid. Like, it turns into a musical for 2 minutes. That scene right there you're showing, Soggy, it turns into a musical for some reason for a few seconds, and it's because like there's so many. Again, if you saw the original movie, there's like this dance number scene, and in the first act of it, and only lasts like a minute. This one lasts literally. There's like 7 of those things in this movie. There's musical numbers, a bunch of musical guests that don't even make sense because they're in Africa. Why would they know all this black soul music? Why is that a thing there? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And then I looked at who did the music for this, and I'm looking like, oh, guess who it is? It's
Who?
fucking John Legend. So of course, that makes a lot more sense. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So that's why this is trying its damnedest to be a musical movie with no conflict. Yeah, there's no conflict in this movie either. There's none. Like it is so boring. There's so much of them not doing anything. It is just Lavelle and Tracy Moore. It's just Lavelle doing shit throughout the. Here's the thing. Imagine Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where Will Smith is just going in the it's just doing whatever he wants in the Banks household, and people like Carlton and Jeffrey and Uncle Phil are only treating everything Will's doing with minor annoyance. It
Ugh.
wouldn't be as funny, would it? It wouldn't be as funny. It wouldn't be
No,
funny,
it
would it? Because
wouldn't.
they're not really reacting. And that's pretty much what they do. You see all these people right here, like when like Leslie Jones and Lavelle come in there and start shaking things up a bit, they're minorly annoyed. They don't really do anything about it. It's
Is that one
boring.
of the
They
girls
do
from
nothing.
Blackish?
I think so. I don't know. And you know his 3 daughters, right? You think they get a lot of screen time? Yeah, only one of his daughters gets somewhat that's
Oh.
something that's halfway decent of an arc. And then even that's dropped halfway through the movie because again, this movie doesn't want to have any conflict in it except a really dumbass bad guy played by Wesley Snipes, which really pissed me off, by the way, because I'm glad Wesley Snipes gets acting again, but not in this piece of shit. But at the end of the day, they fight it with sticks despite the fact they have guns. It's so fucking stupid. J-Step, tell her it's that. Yeah, I'm not making any of this up. None of what I'm saying is being made up. It is so bad.
No, he's pretty spot on when it comes to that. Oh, and also something that's kind of weird is apparently Zamunda is supposed to be this really big, powerful nation, but they were easily invaded by a bunch of dudes with trucks. They didn't even
Yeah,
use
like-
the
I
gun.
mean,
It's like
there
they
was
just
a whole
rolled
ass
rolled
war.
up to the front,
Not even
front of the
okay.
area, no guards. It's like, where are the guards? I mean,
You
you,
know,
didn't
be
even
funny?
hear
Yeah,
anyone
like
shooting in the front.
I'm not kidding. The final battle is like that stick. You know, you got again for those of you who've seen the movie. There's like a stick battle between Cecil and Akeem at the beginning of the first Coming to America movie, and they try to make this like a callback to that by having the last battle be between sticks. But the problem with that is you've shown that they've had guns. They have guns in the movie. Like, they've shown them. Why don't you use the guns?
Yep. It's just very, 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 very weird. But you know what?
It's real. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What? What?
Coming to America has a 47% on Metacritic.
Are you surprised?
No,
Oh wait,
Coming
I
to
thought we were
America. The
talking about Rotten
original.
Tomatoes.
Wait, what?
The original has a 47%
Yeah.
on Metacritic.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's
that's
not reviewed
bullshit.
very well.
I thought you said the second one. Well, Coming to America 1 has a. Who the
Coming
hell?
to America
not
2
reviewed well.
has 49% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay,
Wow.
okay, so the world is completely idiotic. That gives me some.
No, I mean,
Well, what did the second one get on Metacritic? Now I'm kind of curious.
Fifty-
no,
52%.
I just said the second one. The second one is
Oh my
49%.
god.
So
On
the
Rotten
49
Tomatoes,
Yeah.
So Coming to America 2 beat Coming to America 1 on Metacritic. Wow.
Let's see.
Not in money though.
No, Coming to America 1 has a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes.
When Rotten
Oh,
Tomatoes
well,
gets
that's
it right,
better.
but Metacritic gets it wrong.
That's more reasonable. I mean,
That's
the
more
movie
reasonable.
is a
Yeah, that's more like it.
but like, and also something I do with Coming to America too is they reference the first movie so many times. You know Member Berries, right?
Oh boy. Oh
This
boy,
is a
yes.
member.
I
This
remember.
is a Member Berry. This is a Member Berries parfait, smoothie, boba tea, everything. Member Berries, everything. And you see this little picture
That's
of all,
how when
of all these.
McDonald's sued us.
Yeah.
Remember when McDonald's sued us? I
Soggy,
remember.
you see all these characters and like it's supposed to be like a big group thing about like
Yes.
all these characters coming together.
Yes.
I would say about 4 of these characters are actually important to the story. Like some, like the other characters in this movie don't even get names. I am not kidding. Like, do you see like this lady over here, like the lady on the left? She's got like this big smile on her, like the lady, like yeah, like
Here,
they,
let me get. There we go. Her.
like that. Like she doesn't have a name. She's just a random aunt of Lavelle. The same thing with the dude on the left there. He's just a random uncle. I swear to God, they don't have it. They're in the movie for like 2 minutes, and that's it. The guy on the right, the guy on the right who was sorry. But like the guy on the right,
It's like
there,
they
the guy
had
you got
the
the mouse over.
ingredients. Oh yeah, it's like they had
He,
the ingredients for a big black family comedy, but it's just not right. It's just not there.
No,
It looks
it's not
like they
even that
just
because
surfaced. This looks like a group
it's
shot for like Blackish or an ABC special.
you know something that kind of defines the comedy too. Like the original is so fucking funny. The original is so freaking funny. Soggy,
Isn't that
I'm not
John
exaggerating.
Landis? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
the whole
original is
blowjob scene?
so
That busts me
yeah, like
up.
It's
yeah, like that is
the world
hilarious.
keeps between
This
your majesty.
This movie, like there's just so much unfunny in this movie. Just so much unfunny. And it does feel like it's made by every modern Blackish NBC, whatever the fuck writer you could think of.
Yeah.
It really does feel like this was made. I could say this because I'm black, so fuck it. It feels like this was It was trying to be a black feel good movie, and even then, it wasn't entertaining or all that fun. But like, there's just so many moments in the movie, and to be fair, the best parts of the movie is where they remind you of the first film. You know, the three guys from the barbershop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They come back and they're pretty damn funny. Again, it's good seeing. I admit. And like
be ancient?
they said, yeah, that's what I said too. Like they should be dead, but like you know what? Fuck it, I don't care. They're still hilarious.
One of the funniest parts of that too was they were making fun of Akeem. They're like, "Hey, insert really borderline offensive joke here. Ah ha ha. Put an offensive, borderline offensive joke here." And then there was like a random customer there that said, "Hey, how do you keep the flies away from your face?" And then everyone was like, "Whoa.
For the Starving Kid's face, like, whoa, what's wrong with you?"
Everyone's like, "No, you took
like,
the whoa.
Get out of here!" And that was actually kind of funny. It was pretty damn. Like, and then there was this other joke at the end of the film, because like. At first, because I hate to use this word, but it kind of subverted my expectations. Because like they said, we're bringing back someone who's native of your land to sing in celebration of basically Lavelle getting married, so they get like a big name actor. So they said getting a big name singer. And considering the tone of this movie and how many celebrities are shoved in and stuff like that, you'd expect like them say like they bring up like Maya Angelou, all these other African African descendant artists, right? And I'm thinking, okay, who are they gonna bring out? Who's gonna make their big cameo in this movie? So they was listed off a bunch of names, and she said, "Who could it be?" Guess who they got? They got Sensual Chocolate. Like Sensual Chocolate in the first movie, and he just starts singing, and I busted out laughing. That was hilarious. I did not see that coming. Yeah, it's still again another Member Berries moment, but I was like, that was absolutely freaking hilarious because I did not see that coming a mile away with the tone of this movie. Okay, I'm sorry for ranting for so long. My bad.
Anyways, Beta Cat. Okay, you confess something, and I respect your bravery. So I'm going to confess something right now too.
Before
I like all three RoboCop movies. I saw all three of them today with fresh eyes. I'm just like thinking because the first one's always the best. The second one is still good, but it's not quite as good as the first one. And I always thought that the third one was the worst movie out there. But I watched it today, and I think that it was a great idea. That was just really badly implemented because has everyone here seen RoboCop?
I have seen the first two. I have not seen the third
I've seen RoboCop.
The first one.
Everything you could literally just make up anything about RoboCop 3 and I'd just be like, yes, perfect. I completely understand your point there.
Well, you know that one of the biggest things about well, funny thing, the third one had robot ninjas. But anyway, but the big thing that was really what it was really known for was at the time, keyword is at the time, them pushing the envelope when it came to what you could put on screen, how violent you could get something. And the funny thing is, the movie version was still toned down compared to the original, which was supposed to be even more brutal, which was actually pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
And but And of course, you know how Murphy becomes RoboCop is pretty brutal. But the thing about the third movie, and a lot of people don't like it, is the fact that they made it PG-13. So yeah, those brutal moments you saw, you know, where Murphy gets literally shot to pieces. Yeah, that doesn't happen, obviously.
I'm sorry, they made it PG-13.
Yeah, the third one they made PG-13.
But it's
Third
written
And
one.
there's a kid.
And the
It
reboot.
makes no sense.
And there's a kid.
Yep.
No.
And
no.
there's a kid.
Don't do this to me. Don't do
Yeah.
this to me.
I gotta be
The
honest.
kid-
We saw
the
if
kid
this movie was
hacks-
made today,
The kid
we'd make
hacks
fun of
an
it.
Ed. The kid hacks an Ed and reprograms it to be a puppy.
No.
Be a
was
puppy.
there one the one where he
No, don't hurt me like
they
this.
give him like wings, right?
Please.
Right, was that
Yeah,
the
it's
third
the one
one?
where he flies.
He took off like Buzz Lightyear.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Before
No.
its credit, it was before
Was
Buzz
it-
Lightyear was a thing. So
I only
I know. It's the first cat I thought of with wings, and it's like looks as bulky as RoboCop.
I only saw the first RoboCop and I saw the reboot, and the reboot was boring.
The reboot is
Oh, yeah.
Very,
yeah.
very mid, very boring.
it's
Anyways, the reason why I make this confession is because
stole
you know,
Inspector
not
Gadget's
a long
backstory.
time ago, but you know, you
Hold
say
on a
this
second,
10
guys.
years ago, and people who like RoboCop be like, "What are you, stupid? Are you high or something like that?" But again, this was actually made by Frank Miller, but for whatever reason, they couldn't get the same director or the same actor. So I guess they kind of just abandoned the project and they just tried to salvage it using a new actor, new director. And because they tried to make it PG-13 so they could sell toys, it was just a bit of a mess. But the point is I'm trying to make is, well, two things. One, I think if it was done differently, it would have been seen much better. If anything else, it's RoboCop fighting ninjas, robot ninjas. And
Yeah,
that's
robot ninjas.
Robot ninjas.
And two, we all love movies that other people might think are horrible. So if you like Last Jedi, good for you. I have very mixed feelings about it. So, does anyone else like a movie that everyone else hates?
I mean, I'm just gonna put something. I just want people to know. I don't care if you like The Last Jedi. Like, I don't care if you I've had people who had unpopular opinions on my show all the time. Perfectly okay. Just don't insinuate or imply that something about me because I don't like something. You know what I mean? That's what makes you angry more than anything. But if I had to say if I had to have a guilty I guess we could call it like a guilty pleasure. I would say this is another Eddie Murphy movie, ironically enough.
all right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Pluto Nash?
No. It's Norbit. It's Norbit.
Golden Child?
It's Norbit.
Oh, Norbit.
Oh.
Wow.
You guys, okay. Who doesn't like Norbit? Just tell me right now.
I haven't seen
I
it.
hate it, but it definitely is not one of my favorite movies that dude did.
Look, I have nostalgia for it, but at the same time, I'm not going to pretend like it's an objectively good movie.
I just
Here's the thing. I know it's stupid. But it's aware of its stupidity enough to work. And here's the thing, give me if you have a movie like Big Mama, one of the things about Big Mama that I don't like is that we're supposed to root for the insanity and stupidity, of what they're doing, right? Like that's kind of what I can't stand when you supposed to root for the stupidity of the situation and shit. We're not supposed to.
Vintage Weed brings up a point. Live action Masters of the Universe is a fucking masterpiece. They're right. I love that. He-Man has bait and switched us in the past. So it's not like the first time.
I have never
say that Masters of the Universe was a fucking I gotta say it was a fucking masterpiece. Not in the traditional way, but it is a masterpiece in its own right. Again, taking off the nostalgia goggles, it's stupid fun, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think
I can appreciate that about you guys. That you're just it's stupid, but I like it.
Yeah, here's the thing, if you can. I think that's another thing. We live in this culture where everyone has to be right, where we can't just admit to liking stuff that's bad or just admitting. I'll admit sometimes I have shit taste. Like I get when you grow up on trash TV and junk food, you're gonna have shit taste. Let's be real. I have shit taste sometimes. Not all the time. I have class, but when I have shit taste, I have shit taste. Like I said, I love Norbit. I know how stupid Norbit is, but I love it. It's fucking hilarious. You want to see a bitch go down a slide? I'll show you how a bitch go down a slide.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, it crack up every time. And like
You know what scene always cracked me up when I was a kid in that movie? When they were looking for Norbit after he escaped the house in the end, and they went to the restaurant. She's like, "Where's Norbit?" And like, and they tried to look for him. And he was like, "And Norbit was here." Then who ate it? And then Chess was like, "Run!" And they just take off.
Run! And it's like, and then it's just so it's so stupid, but it's so funny.
It was so dumb. It was so dumb.
It's dumb.
I don't hate it.
Dumb.
Me and my brother used to watch that a lot.
I'm sorry. I've seen it in the puppet show where he's like, I'm little Red Riding Goose, and I'm wandering through the forest. He's like, me and my brother used to rewind that part so many fucking times because it was so goddamn funny. And then it's like, don't let that pig push you around, Goose. Yeah, I'm tired of you pushing me around. And again, this is a kid's puppet show, by the way. Look, I'm tired of playing with your ass. Now put you. Now you better give us. You better. I smell as good as in the basket. So you better give him a smooth or break my hump up with your goose ass.
I forgot he never played the Asian guy in that movie.
Hey, I got an idea.
It was Eddie Murphy.
Oh, yeah, I need to get some water.
The makeup was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was Eddie Murphy.
Rick Baker did the makeup in that movie.
Yeah, he
really good makeup artist did the makeup in Norbit.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they got an award for it.
Did they win an Oscar?
No.
Yeah, I think they won an Oscar.
I don't think it was an Oscar, but they did.
They were nominated.
They did win an award because the makeup was legitimately really freaking good.
I mean, it was because as a kid, I remember I really thought those were different people, and then growing up, I was like, wait, what? That's all Eddie.
Ma'am, are you wearing
water?
I'm wearing bottom.
Do you guys? Beta Cat was part of the stream I did last week. Do you guys want to do a 3, 2, 1 of YouTube and do a block of commercials?
Holy shit!
From the 90s, I found.
This? Yes.
3, 2, 1.
A what? Sorry, okay. I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just like,
we have to
elaborate.
I sent you guys a link. We will play some. We'll share my screen and we'll play some of it. There's not going to be any audio, so it's going to fall under the what's that called? When the piece of media is so distorted, it's not registrable anymore.
Yeah,
fair use.
Yes, it falls under fair use.
Ah, okay.
I send you the links. And then we count 3, 2, 1, and we play it all at the same time. And I found a group of let's see. I found a group of block of commercials from ABC from June 1991.
So Soggy, you know how to go after my heart. Holy shit! Sorry, I'm a nostalgic bitch. So,
guys, a reminder: I'm only 21 years old, so
dude, I'm 23.
Oh, you'll love this. You'll love this.
All right, I'll look into
it. No, it will be interesting for you. It may be a blast for the past for some of us, but it will be a new perspective for some of you guys. But I desperately need to get some water, and I need to check to see if my mom is back. So I could be 5 minutes. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up.
What the fuck did you just send me?
What?
What the fuck did you just send me? What the fuck is this? Dumbass redneck shit.
I don't know. I just found it. Thought it'd be funny.
Oh my god!
Wow, these are 80s commercials. This is definitely gonna be a experience and a half.
Experience and a half. Let me do something.
especially this.
Did she put the link already?
one.
Link's there?
Yeah, she has it in the private chat.
What's that? Oh, there it is.
I guess.
ABC. Yo, is that Cheerios?
That is Cheerios. That's apple Cheerios.
Mm.
Okay. All right.
Damn,
I had to connect like a new. I had to put like my headphones in. So
Milk propaganda.
I am the milkman. I must deliver the milk. Only Psychonaut fans will get that.
Those milkmen.
oh, I still need to play all of Psychonauts. Sadly.
How far did you get in Psychonauts?
I think the furthest I got, I remember there was like, was fighting the general. I think because he like turned on me or some shit. It's been a long time since I played.
Oh,
Because I was fighting him, and then I
kids club.
Yo, feedback.
Whoa! Sorry. I was looking at shit up on my phone.
Nah, dude, that funky beat was fucking amazing.
It kind of was, yeah.
Not gonna lie, I was actually kind of feeling it.
I beat it. I got it again because it was one of my. I loved those games when I was younger. I played that. I played Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper.
Yo, if you ever want to talk Jack and Daxter and Sly Cooper, I'm your fucking man.
I'm actually gonna. Me and freaking Edgy have been meaning to do something like that recently. Actually, where we talk about like a Sly Cooper retrospective.
Hey, you know the links you just sent, right?
Yeah.
One of the commercials is a Jello commercial.
Oh no, does it? Is it what I think it is?
It has.
Is it good old Daddy Bill?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not the same anymore.
Nighttime Bill.
Jello.
That's what he is.
You kids want some Jello?
I'm gonna put him pop in your ass.
No. Freaking Jello commercial. I did the face.
I still think that the milk propaganda is really bad, but yeah, I didn't see the what do you call it? I didn't see that yet. Oh my god, they have the Burger King Kids Club.
You guys want to?
That's one what?
I found the Jello commercial.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Check
yeah, it's like what, the 10-minute mark, right?
You guys want to see a fucking hell. Come on, you stupid thing.
It's right after Little
You see, I was trying to do some.
What are you looking for?
Okay. I was trying to do this on my phone because like I got a Lenovo tablet and it's bullshit. I need to get a computer soon once I get enough money. And a mic, and a better mic than what I have.
Honey smacks.
But you guys want to see a freaking Bill Cosby clip that has not aged well at all. If you get the chance, look up Bill Cosby Show barbecue sauce.
All right, I
know
gotta look this
exactly
up.
what you're talking about.
Oh no,
I don't.
Cosby Show barbecue. Look at please, just look it up.
Let's see. Okay, let's see this.
Went right to it. Okay.
Hold on.
Wait, special barbecue sauce?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no.
All right, hold on. Oh my god.
It's in the sauce.
Oh my god, no. They didn't. No.
Comments.
Yes.
Oh,
He put it in the
oh my
sauce,
God!
you
No,
boys.
no.
Wow.
It was in front of us the whole time, boys.
All along. It was in the sauce.
All along.
Oh my
It was
This
in the
is
sauce.
Um,
Are you guys okay?
I'm
We
never
are-
gonna
we-
look
so
at
we were
barbecue
looking
sauce.
through
don't
the-
tell her.
the-
Don't
we were
tell her.
look-
Don't tell her. Soggy. Look up. Just look up Cosby Show barbecue sauce. Look it up. Look it up,
Oh
please.
no! Oh, I know that. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I just
will.
saw it.
It's even worse than you think.
Just watch it. Oh my god.
It's his voice. The voice is like the worst
It's the
part.
voice.
The way he was talking,
It's the
right?
He's like, he was talking like a pimp. It was
Oh my
freaking.
god, I got the
Right
whole
off the-
episode too.
Just watch the what? Just watch the 1.5 minute clip. It is so messed up.
Do you know what else is messed up? When the
Yeah, it's like his sauce
the
makes
last
everyone
thing that you
horny.
see is a boy is trying to enjoy the sauce,
It's just
and
implying
that's when
he's.
Cosby steals the chicken and like, nope, we got to wipe that stuff off you.
Oh my god.
I understand this is inappropriate. Yes, I will watch it.
Oh wait, did you?
God,
Yeah.
he's such a creep in this part.
The YouTube actually gave you
Yeah,
that warning?
it had a warning.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Yeah, one of them did.
I didn't get that either.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
I'm
I
just gonna
see
be
it.
upfront. I'm just gonna be upfront about it. Honestly, I think the secret
He
secret
drugged
ingredient
them.
might have been
He
Quaaludes.
He roofied all these women. No, he roofied them. He roofied
Yeah.
those women. Yeah, dude. There's an interview from the '80s where he seriously says, "You just put something in the woman's drink. That's just what you do," and the people are all laughing. Ah, no, he's not
Yeah.
joking. He never
there
was.
Like there was this one joke in Drawn Together, and like Foxy got real mad at like this. Foxy Love. She got really mad at Fat
Oh,
Albert.
yeah.
He says, "Well, we're not Bill Cosby. We're just his characters." This was made before the accusations came out.
Oh my god.
So,
Oh,
like I
there've
said,
been guys.
I mean,
Guys,
I mean,
there have
like,
been accusations since the '80s. There's
Yeah,
been
I know that-
accusations since the '80s, guys.
I mean, like the
That is fucked up.
accusations that actually got
Over
that
30
actually,
women
yeah.
came together to file against him, and the judge threw it out, and this was in 2005. Over 30 women. It took Hannibal
Jesus.
ranting at a comedy club for America to wake the fuck up.
That is messed up. Here's another thing that's messed
Yeah.
up. You all know that Fat Albert was made by Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
made an
Oh,
episode
yeah.
Where the kids found porn.
I remember
No.
that.
Oh my god,
No.
not
No
surprised.
Like,
They
like
had
they
gang
like,
violence. They had gang violence.
But the porn one is just so fucking messed up.
Atypical retard children was an episode.
Yeah, like
So-
that was
where one of
actually-
the boys-
I remember that. I actually remember that episode vividly. Yeah, I know it's weird. I remember that specific episode vividly. Like you just kept showing him porno and shit and all that other stuff. And I remember two things. One, what was the little brother's name with the hat? I forgot his name.
What do you call it? Mushmouth?
No, that wasn't Mushmouth. He was the little brother of Bill Cosby's self-insert.
Oh man, I don't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna look up his name. It was the little kid. It was like the little tag-along kid. He talked like, "Well, you got in your mouth." Hold on.
Maybe his name was
Is his name
Tagalog.
Mini Molester?
No, 'cause he was. No, hang on. Let me look. Let me look.
Oh god.
What was his name?
I mean, you could just look at the cast for like Fat Albert.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Russell, that was his name. He was the little brother. He was his name was Russell. He was the little brother of he was the little brother of one of the fucking. Sorry, he was the little brother of Bill Cosby's self-insert character.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his self-insert character was named Bill, of course, duh.
Yeah, of course.
Creative, very creative.
Yeah.
Wait, Mushmouth was voiced by Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not
Oh.
surprised.
He voiced
Granted,
most
I
of
never
them.
watched. What's funny is that I never watched the cartoon, but I knew
We'll
him
have
because
to
of
one
the
of these
fucking
days.
reboot, the movie. You
The
know,
Oh,
movie. Yeah, the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, but the only two people who didn't watch who didn't like show like it wasn't really like porno movies, just pictures on like a film graph thing. And the only one who wasn't into it was Albert. He said he wasn't into it. And weirdly enough, Russell, he was just kind of like uninterested. And I think it was like saying like he wasn't at that age where he was interested in girls yet. Maybe, I don't know, but it was so weird. Like he kept trying to say, "Hey kid, you want a magazine?" He just walked past him. I'm just like, I think
that
I
just
think
sounds
I think
super fucking awkward.
yeah.
Russell's on the down low.
No, I think it was like a joke that Russell is a lot younger. The other kids are like in their teens. Russell's still like a little kid, so like it's more likely it just went over his head. I guess he just wasn't interested. I think it was like trying to say
It was like seeing
hey,
like
he's
naked blobs.
yeah, he just doesn't. It's just nothing. Just something he wasn't into yet. But I
Yeah, it's like,
remember,
why are they
yeah,
peeing
but
on
I,
each other?
but I actually watched Bill Cosby, the Cosby Kids when I was little. Actually, I was a fan of the show growing up. Actually, and it's a shame that like again, probably one of the most iconic. It was a pretty groundbreaking black show too. It had a predominant black cast, black writers, black creator, black
went
characters.
there.
Mm-hmm. Social
yeah,
topic.
But it wasn't insufferable.
Strong social topic.
Yeah, it had fun characters, fun animation. I like how like it was Funimation who did. It was not Funimation. Filmation that did a lot of the stuff.
Yes.
But they kind of did. But they went the Chuck Jones route. While even though it looked cheap, it was super stylized, so it worked.
Oh, cool.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Anyway,
I don't know what. For some reason, when he said like cheap but super stylized, the first thing I thought of was Scud the Disposable Assassin. If any of you guys have read that, I know I discussed this a little bit, Soggy, last time.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great comic.
It's a great fucking comic, and it's like super inspirational for like any indie creator out there because it was all drawn and mostly written by one guy and published by the guy's own publishing company.
Wow.
Yeah, J-Step, you ever heard of Scud or?
I've heard of it, but never actually read it. Sorry, man.
Oh, you should. It's very fucking fun, and I feel like Slim would like it too.
Sorry, my mom was just telling me I was babysitting tonight. I guess.
All right, fair enough.
Surprise
that's
babysitting.
What'd you say?
I said surprise babysitting. Oh, sorry, man.
Oh no! I watch my sister all the time. I'm the oldest. I've raised all four of my siblings basically. All three of my siblings.
Nice.
I am literally the oldest child of my mother and the oldest child of my father. The only difference is I actually grew up with my mom's children and helped raise them. With my dad, let's just say there's plenty. I have plenty of siblings that I might not even know about. Most parents are a Rolling Stone. My dad is an Avalanche. Anyway. Anyway.
Screen share.
What were you guys talking about? Screen share, of course.
Yeah, we were talking about Scud the Disposable Assassin, and I was saying that like chances are if you read it, you'd probably like it because it's very. Because you said that Chuck Jones' style was like cheap, but like very stylized, so it looks awesome. That's kind of how Scud the Disposable Assassin is. Like it's like if you're someone who's like an artist.
Is that comic?
It's a comic book, yeah. I fucking love it. I have the whole shebang, which is the beginning, middle, and end.
And Morty promoted it. Yes, Rick and Morty did promote it at one point.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. Not only that, but Justin Roiland, on the back of the comic, I actually have it. Not even joking. Hold on, I have it somewhere.
Nice.
In this mess, I will find it. Don't worry, guys.
But yeah, whenever you guys are ready, bring up the YouTube link that I brought in private chat, and I'll do a countdown, and we'll see. We'll just play our videos at the same time, and it's a group of ads from 1991. But he's looking for his comic first.
Yeah, I found it. Okay, I found the Justin Roiland quote. It's right on the back of it. It's Scud is an incredible comic, but I'm no Oliver Stone. This book actually started everything. It's all because of this book. Scud gave me pink eye.
What?
What's funny is that Dan? You heard everything right. That's how fucking beautiful this comic is. Also, Dan Harmon actually wrote a few issues.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
We've talked
about Dan Harmon before on the show, and I'll just say this: he's great writer, fantastic writer, shit human being. Anyway,
Fair enough, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna bring up the thing. I hope y'all enjoy this because I am loving it. I always love these.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oh yeah.
I'm diabetic.
Back when you could show a commercial that promotes eating a lot of fast food.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right, is everyone got 'em up?
Yeah, just tell me when.
All right.
I got mine up.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. It's not actually Winnie the Pooh. It's the commercials between Winnie the Pooh. Oh yeah. Oh, those are some cool kids.
Who gave them a license?
Oh, it's Micro Machines guy.
Ah!
Oh wow.
I miss him.
Oh, those are cool.
And you know that they put the camera right next to them because they're so tiny.
I would not trust a car that is completely see-through. That would be fucking terrifying to me.
Oh god. Those things are such a choking hazard.
Yeah, you're very tiny.
Yeah, we were a little nuts in the 80s and 90s.
Ah!
Oh yeah, the 90s. I forgot.
They're getting sturdy though. They got the moves.
Yeah. Processed noodles
Look how epic this awesomeness is, guys.
Yeah, the 80s.
Guys.
This makes you want to eat soup.
Oh snap! Hammer time.
These kids are literally in fucking space, and the best part about their lives is that they're eating soup. Soup that I have to eat if I live fucking noodle soup.
Hey man,
Oh, snap.
would you?
Hey, who's driving?
Oh, damn, that's a good point.
Wow.
Oh no!
There's a lot of miniature
so
toys.
creepy.
Yeah, I used to forget. They used to make a
else
lot of
Their
mini
their mouths.
toys.
What the hell?
Oh,
What the fuck?
Kill it! Kill it immediately.
If I had
Yeah,
that as
right
a kid,
after
I'd
the
probably
mac and
flush
cheese
it down the
commercial.
toilet by accident. Those are the kind of toys always lost or broke. What the hell?
Wait,
Oh yeah. My
What?
Polly
Wait, what?
Pockets went down the drain.
Oh, it's craft. Oh,
It's like
God.
it's like they almost kind of want it to be Flintstones, but not really. Just
yeah,
almost kind of want
macaroni
it
and
to be
cocaine is
Flintstones.
amazing.
craft trying to make a
Whoa!
brand.
Like what's the relation? Teddy bears and dinosaurs. What's the correlation?
know.
I mean,
They're both
to be
mac
fair,
and
this was
cheese.
the start of the drug war. So
That was they also had their shape too. The craft cheese, they had the shapes. They were shaped like dinosaurs too. So I guess there's that. Policy philosophy.
what?
I have no idea what's up with that.
I have never been.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, it was like
Apple Cheerios. I love Apple Cheerios. They're good.
These commercials are just a real sensory overload.
It's
Yeah, but
like some random board.
But they did their job of catching your attention.
What's
and
funny
selling
is
the
that
products where nowadays Product is
Soggy,
second.
Soggy,
Commercial
what
is
is
first.
Soggy? What is this long lost age? I don't know what this is.
The
I'm
glorious.
scared.
It's the
beautiful.
glorious age of
Embrace
the
it.
80s and
It's
90s.
the early 90s.
Oh, 90s.
It's
or
What blew my
1991.
mind is that
Oh,
like
wow.
I get the
I was
feeling that
too
like the
around this
boardroom
time.
meetings, the boardroom meetings for all of these must have just been like, guys, I got a great idea. What is that white shit around your nose? Don't fucking interrupt me, Jared.
Well, that was the 80s, so they don't need to ask. They know exactly what it is. You hit another hit. All right, what's a good idea, boys?
Water
Water
pets.
They know
pet.
Jason needs to come up to the
Just get a
drum.
Whoa.
Just needs
Wait a
one bump.
minute.
What
Are these
the
are these
fuck?
Jim Henson puppets?
They look.
I
I don't know.
Reckon they're
Rex
trying to
Rita
teach you the
Saurus.
goodness of the library.
Rex and Rita.
A
They could
Wizard
be.
of Oz cartoon?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what? That was a thing?
Yeah. There's a lot of Wizard of Oz. Like,
I
No.
might actually have to watch that Wizard of Oz cartoon.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, the anime is good. You should watch the Wizard of Oz anime from the 70s.
Wait, that's a thing too. What?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yes. Yeah, it recently got subtitled.
Wait,
and I
wait a
believe
minute,
it was
what?
even translated in a few countries.
he's a bee donkey.
They turned a
This is-
bee into a donkey?
Just kick her.
Oh.
You have hooves.
Oh, donkey.
She
Kick
just
her. You have
came.
hooves. Kick her.
Is it just
Oh,
me or
no,
does
I want to see the conclusion of this arc.
I forgot cereal commercials used to do that.
Why
I
is
forgot
he-
cereal commercials used to have storylines.
Yo, like not gonna lie,
Was Daffy
sometimes
Duck
that stuff
selling
looks
me
nasty.
bird meat? Was Daffy Duck selling me
Yes.
bird meat?
Wait a minute. You got
Yes.
you got,
No,
you got
guys,
Looney-
guys.
But it
Oh,
wouldn't be the
that's
first
fine.
time Looney Tunes have shown
Daffy
they are
Duck is-
cannibals.
Look, guys, it's fine. Daffy Duck was selling you chicken. He's good with that. He's okay with that.
Hey, can
I've
we
seen
pause
Looney
real
Tunes
Get
quick?
to the competition.
Sausage and hot
Yes,
dogs.
we can pause
Can we
it.
pause real
Guys,
quick?
we're gonna pause. We're gonna pause.
Yeah.
We're gonna pause.
Okay.
Oh God.
I can't.
Pause that already.
I
Oh,
can't keep.
terrible.
I,
Spooky
it's just.
frame.
It's just that I can't. Ugh. Oh God.
Too much?
I was just like.
Is it too
No.
much?
I was just trying to like. I couldn't listen to you guys and watch the videos at the same time. Sorry. I wanted to stop
Why
for
not?
a second. What were we
Sure.
talking about? Because I was
Good.
too busy trying to watch the video.
All good.
I was just talking about the how cereal commercials. I forgot they used to have storylines. I'm like, oh, find out next time. You're a kid. You can't fast forward to TV, so you gotta make sure you catch that commercial. You got trying to be turned back to normal. Like, hey, what happened?
Honestly,
Yo,
What
my
happened?
nigga Buzz, man, what happened to him, man? I'm just
Right,
all
yeah.
over her wordish, and I
I remember they used to like
Brandon-
put books in cereal boxes on the little books.
Mm-hmm.
Used to come in a lot of those cereal boxes. That's
Oh,
why I
yeah.
think that was the first time I read like what Clyde with a Chance of Meatballs. I think it came in the cereal box I had one day, and I was like, what's this?
oh
Nice
God.
you,
I'm so young. I forgot
you-
that was even a book.
you guys,
Yes,
you guys
it
see
was.
the new trailer for Space Jam 2?
No,
I
No,
don't much
I've
care
been
for it, if I'm
avoiding
being
it.
honest.
I've been like kind of like just doesn't really exist in my mind.
It's it's like I looked at it and it was very, it feels like it feels like very vapid corporate Hollywood out of touch style stuff. With
I
a lot
mean,
of obvious
Well,
jokes.
wasn't the original Space Jam literally just meant to sell fucking shoes? If I remember correctly,
I mean, like,
wasn't
yeah,
that
it was
lots
one of the
things.
biggest?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, but here's the thing. You could say whatever you want about the original Space Jam, and yeah, there's a lot.
don't
you
worry,
can
I love
criticize. The thing that made
Oh, we
Space
did.
Jam the original Space Jam so good is that there was kind of an earnest attitude behind it. It was kind of like a certain people put actual energy and effort into making it somewhat good, even though they put more effort into it than they really should have in the grand scheme of things. But like that
To
effort
me, it's
combined
so
with the
bad
fact
it's
that
good.
I wouldn't even say that far, because like the Looney Tunes are legitimately funny in that movie. I don't care what anyone says.
Yes,
Even if
they
you don't
I
like the
feel
whole
like they're
concept,
written awkwardly. I feel like they're written awkwardly compared to their other depictions. And Billy West, he's really green as damn near the whole cast. Like that was a real like that. The cast issues definitely did not help with Mel Blanc passing like a few months before production starting.
Oh, that sucks.
And but this was like the time when when Billy West was really like really super popular as a voice actor. Like at that point he was playing he played Shaggy briefly in freaking Zombie Island, and he played Shaggy briefly. He also played he was also getting roles like Doug and Ren and Stimpy, of course.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, wasn't he in Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah, he was Stimpy. Well, here's the thing. At first, John K wanted to play both Ren and Stimpy, but
because of course.
No, it wasn't like. It was like. I think it was the other way around. Maybe I don't know. I think it was Billy West wanted to play Ren and Stimpy, but ultimately John K ended up playing Ren, and those two hate each other. By the way, they hate each other. Almost everyone. Yeah, very good reasons. Don't get me wrong. Almost everybody who's Stern. Howard Stern was a douchebag, but I think like almost everybody who worked with them, and people need to realize that John K only worked on the first few episodes of Ren and Stimpy. I think like the first half of season 1 he worked on 6
episodes. That's all.
Yeah. The other ones were done by a guy. I think his last name was like
Bob Camp.
I forgot. Bob Camp. Yeah, that's who it was. Bob Camp. He's actually the guy who made almost all the Ren and Stimpy episodes. So
yeah, it's basically like the Bill. So it's like the Bill Finger and Bob Kane situation.
Yeah, like Bill. Yeah. Bob Kane. Mm-hmm. Bob Kane technically made Batman, but Bill Finger is the one who made Batman iconic, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
He introduced like the no-kill rule and stuff like that.
Bob Kane made the basic ass skeleton, and thank God that like we had more things built on that. Otherwise, we have like a wacky ass looking Batman. If you ever see Bob Kane's like version of him that he initially wanted, it's like God. Red shirt, a fucking gun,
and it's really messed up because John K was actually like kind of the apprentice to one of my favorite animators and writers of all time. Ralph Bakshi. Yep. One of the absolute goats, one of my absolute favorite creators of all time. I love Ralph Bakshi. I've watched almost everything he's done. Wizards, Fritz the Cat, American Pop. The other one. American Pop. He worked on Heavy Metal. I
thought that was just a rumor. That keeps getting spread more as a rumor.
I think
I think he did.
I think he did.
Heavy Metal was Canadian.
Yeah, he was Canadian too. He worked in Canadian studios. In fact, he actually did another. I even watched his more obscure stuff. There was a Canadian show that was supposed to be like Tales of the Crypt, but animated and with sexy, busty women that he produced.
Dude, I know what you're talking. It's called Tales for the Crypt Keeper. Yes, I grew up on that fucking
show. Spicy City. He's talking about Spicy City.
Spicy City.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Shit.
It's dystopian and bullets.
My Canadian knowledge did nothing.
Yeah, so Wizards, Fritz the Cat, what was it? Heavy Traffic. Heavy Traffic has one of my favorite tracks in music history. It is Gabriel Fair by Sergio Mendes and the Brazil 66. And it is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Nice.
Anyway, he also
did the animated Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah. And also somebody I know people already probably know this already, but if it wasn't for him making that, it wouldn't have inspired Peter Jackson to make it. This what got Peter Jackson the Lord of the Rings. Some of the shots from the Lord of the Rings movies are taken from Bakshi's original movie. He inspired. So basically, even though he didn't make He didn't make one of the greatest movie trilogies of all time, but he inspired it. He inspired it. If it wasn't for him,
interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, like that's and the weirdest part is the Lord of the Rings movie by Ralph Bakshi, it wasn't a failure. It didn't like fade into obscurity. It was a big hit.
Mm-hmm.
It just stopped at the Twin Towers. It didn't get to the part where it didn't get to Return of the King. That's the only problem they had with it.
Did that.
Wasn't the Return of the King like for some reason like partially a musical?
That was actually
that one.
That's actually I think the one you're talking about. Yeah, you're talking about the Hobbit, or you're talking about the
I'm talking about
the Rankin Bass one, the Rankin Bass.
Rankin, yeah, Rankin.
Where there's that song does slap though. Where there's a whip, there's a way. We don't want to go to war today.
But
that song slaps. I'm sorry, it does.
Hey.
But I love Ralph Bakshi. I love Wizards is one of my favorite films of all time.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah.
Fritz.
And also, guys, if you listen to one of the Pixies, the main Pixie from that they meet in the forest, if you listen closely, his voice sounds really familiar. You guys know who he played by? It was actually one of the first times. It was like the first time Mark Hamill did voice acting. Was in Wizards in 1977. No, I'm not kidding. He plays a fairy. He plays a fairy that they meet on their way over there.
Huh.
And this is 2 years. And this is 2 years before he like made his debut as Luke in Star Wars. So this was like his
he
first.
Was working on Star Wars.
Yeah,
it
was like his
he
first,
met him at the studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta. In a few moments, my parents are gonna get home, and I have to help them. I'm gonna help load them in. Because remember, one of them doesn't have a leg, so I have to help load him back into the house.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna head off too in a bit as well, like maybe 10 or so more minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
I might. Here we go. Stop screen. I might come back, but I don't know. Just to warn you.
That's no problem. I think the stream
gotta be
dimming down anyway.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. I accidentally got rid of. I was trying to get rid of your screen share. I actually got rid of J-Step.
Oh no.
Yeah, but Ralph Bakshi is like one of my favorites. I love Wizards. I even saw his a recent thing he did. His most recent thing was
was it the crowdfunder?
Yeah, The Lost Days of Coney Island. The Lost Days of Coney Island.
I watched a bit of it. I want to watch all of it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's classic Bakshi stuff. Meaning that it's really obscure, weird, but here's the thing.
Very offensive.
Yeah, it's very offensive. But here's the thing that really makes it. What the hell is that?
Oh,
it sounds like foil.
It sounds like foil. Yeah. You beat me to it.
Sorry, I didn't think it was that bad.
No, it's cool. I just want to know what it was.
Getting the munchies.
Anyway, it's probably the darkest thing Bakshi's ever done, and that's saying something.
Wait, the Coney Island one was the darkest one you said?
Yeah, it's probably the darkest thing he's ever done.
Even more than Fritz the Cat?
Yeah, Fritz the Cat has some like I haven't fully seen the movie, but everything I know about it is that like there's some dark shit in there.
Yeah,
I think they referenced the Tulsa riots.
Titties, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, like it's pretty dark. All of his stuff is dark, but I think like Lost Days of Coney Island, especially since it's not technically fully animated, I think that's what adds to the creepiness. But it's definitely like the darkest thing he's written because there's not a whole lot of levity, and there's not, and
yeah,
it's just
funny.
Oh, and man, how could I forget fucking Coonskin? How did I forget Coonskin?
I didn't want to say that one. If I'm being honest, I was just like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I'm too pale for this.
You of that because I can't say that word.
I'm way too fucking pale to say that.
Yeah, no, dude. Like Bags. We got some. We got some. Guess so.
I'm not a
He's
coward.
wrong.
I want to live. I want to live, man.
I can't say the coon word. The coon word is the bad word.
I can't use the second C word.
but yeah.
Wait, what's the first?
Coonskin, cunt.
What do you think it is?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
cunt. Cunt,
I'm sorry.
cunt.
And it's so like formal in my opinion. I was like, is there a different bad C word? Like,
But like, yeah, coon. Like worst part about Coonskin is, despite it being a it's a satirical masterpiece. But I think if it was aired today, the point of the movie would fly over a lot of people's heads.
yeah. I mean,
Oh, I just remembered where I got all the.
that
Sorry,
originally
continue.
wild. I was just watching Dave Chappelle the other day recently. I was like, God damn, this shit's still funny. A lot of this shit would not fly. Definitely not today. No.
They tried.
Well,
Remember they tried.
Hell no, he's Dave
They
Chappelle.
tried to cancel his ass. Remember?
Yeah.
Like that whole critic. That whole critic to fucking audience ratio was so jarring to me. Like, you guys can't be this tone deaf, right?
What killed me though was they did an episode where like black people got reparations.
Yeah, no, I saw that one. That shit made me laugh.
And I don't know if you guys heard that California is gonna try to do that. I was just like, I was just thinking like, oh man, I think the Dave Chappelle skit might have called it. Dave Chappelle was like, in other news, record labels are being put out at an alarming rate, very fast. He went to some guys. So he's like, oh, you're a truck driver. What do you do with your money? He's a truck driver. I'm a truck driver. I'm a janitor. I just got this truck because I got money. I'm rich, biatch. And he just drives off, and I'm like, all right. They bought all the shoes.
Oh god.
They started showing up to the basketball games. My guy was like, well, at least now it feels like I have the bigger dick on the team. And I was like, oh my god. This show was wild.
I can't believe they just. You watch.
2000s were different, man. The 2000s were different.
It's not even really 2000s, man. I remember in high school, a show I used to fucking love Key and Peele, and a lot of their jokes. And like,
love Key and Peele.
Like the fucked up thing is like, especially Jordan Peele, a lot of the jokes they made back then, they would not get away with now.
Yeah.
No. I'm like, and this is like only a few years ago too. This isn't a long time ago. This was a few years back. So like, it's not even really like a 2000 thing. It's like maybe like the past
2010s.
Yeah, like 7 years. I'd say a safe bet 7 to 8 years. Been like this. Excuse me, real quick. I'm gonna get some tissue because I'm about to blow my nose.
I can hear it just coming up.
So, I kind of got completely derailed by the whole him blowing his nose thing.
All good.
Okay.
All good.
How about you guys? You guys have any animators that leave an impact on you, or even doesn't have to be animator. This could be any creator. Period.
Oh man.
Well, as a kid, it probably was Don Bluth.
Ooh, nice choice.
We ran that VHS tape for All Those Go to Heaven to the Grave. I watched that movie way too many times to count on two hands. And then there was American Tail. I love that movie too. Those movies, I was like, and then of course you had Land Before Time. Those three right there.
It's so weird to watch American Tail when you're an adult and you see all the references during that time period. And just like, oh wow, all those kids have no parents. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And this probably is true.
You get it now, right? You're older, you're like, oh man, that kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Yes.
No, I get
All
you.
right. What was going on?
We're just talking about. Oh, sorry. Go on.
We're talking about creators that inspired us, and Bagtoons said that Don Bluth was a good guy for him. So
yeah,
please continue.
Oh yeah,
loved all those old films and everything. I think we still do have the VHS for All Those Go to Heaven. I just gotta look for it back in the old house. Because if we do, Find me a VHS player. I'm watching the shit out of that. It's been so long.
I think it was on Netflix
time.
recently. All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Say less.
Oh, shit,
I remember they made a part 2, and you know how those sequel movies go for those animated films in the 2000s. You know how those went.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
Straight to
how did the
DVD.
other dog die? Because we see the first dog die. But
I think he just died off screen because again, it makes sense because
Someone gave him a
in the
Kit Kat.
second,
Yeah.
but like
But
it makes sense because the second movie takes place a while after the first. Like the first movie was like implied to be like in the
I think she was a
50s. Like I want to say like the 50s. It took place in around that time. Definitely early 19th century. But the newer one was like definitely more modern. So it would have been at least I would say 20 or 30 years. So Itchy could have died of old age for all we know.
Yeah. Anne Marie, she probably was like grown as hell by the time part 2 happened because they went to heaven, and who knows how long they were in heaven before coming back down to meet this new kid or whatever. Yeah, that movie did scare the hell out of me too. I'm not gonna lie.
I love when Charlie first goes to heaven, and like I like that mindset of I want to go back. Like I don't want to be in heaven where everything goes well. I want to go back where there's I want sin.
It's such a real like nobody wants to die. And all those gonna haven't really put that there that nobody wants to die. Like, bro, ain't it's like it sucks. But then Charlie, of course, in the movie, he did it for Anne Marie, and to this day that still makes me cry. I don't care what anyone has to say.
I like it's gonna sound ironic. I like how human Charlie's reaction is. Like at first he's like, "What? I don't want to die. It's gonna suck. I don't want to die here. I don't want to die." But then the angel, I forgot her name. She basically tells him, "Well, you're in heaven. Everything goes your way. Everything's perfect and peaceful." And he's like, "But that's what I liked about being alive. Everything wasn't perfect and peaceful. Like, I could lose a bet. My life is on the line. He even sung a song like, I need to thrill the throb. I need Brazil to throb the thrill. I've never been there.
Yep.
Yeah, he just thinking about
the cheating, the thrills. He loved it all. Like,
and then like she says, but like there's a lot of bullshit down there, and he's like, but yeah, I love that bullshit. That's what made life worth living, and it's actually it's a complex issue for a kids movie. Like,
and then you have the big lip alligator moment.
Big lip. I used to sing that song and annoy the shit out of my mom. Let's make music together, and it's like she's like, "Oh my god."
Nah, a song that my mom, a song that my mom hated when I sung.
Well, which one?
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
That generation's Let It Go.
Yes.
No. Here's the thing, though. The one part she hated that I sung, that one part at the end of the song where Simba puts a little more bass into it. Hakuna Matata.
When with the way it starts up, where they're like, for free.
You like what? Like when they're at the end of the song, he's like, Hakuna Matata. Like he just put a lot of it. And then like my boss said she hated that because it sounded ugly. She just didn't like what I said. She hated that part specifically, and she would always she would actually snap at me whenever I sung that part. I am not exaggerating. She was like, "Stop singing that part."
Does it again? Now that I think about it, think about how like the way you described all those go to heaven too and whatnot. It's like I just realized like Soul, the movie, its plot is almost the same, just more lighthearted because it follows a nice character instead of how Charlie was kind of a dick. They both died. They both was like they kind of cheated their way out. Only difference is Charlie, the way Charlie cheated his way out was funnier. He's like, "So this watch is gonna send me back." And she was like, "Charlie, what are you doing?" He just Look at it, just
He's like
back to being
he's
alive.
Like it was.
Do you remember when the mob boss died and he went to heaven and he didn't make any subtlety in him stealing the watch? He's like, "Oh, if you do that, you can't come back." And he just told the angel, "Shut up." He's like, "If you do this, you won't come back." And Charlie comes out like, "He'll be back."
I remember. I want to make this reference because I'm not sure who's seen Juice or not. Has anybody here seen Juice? The movie.
Juice?
I've only seen that once. Years ago.
Omar Epps, the fat kid from Lean on Me and Tupac. No. Okay. Well, there's this one scene.
I know the film.
There's this one scene in the movie where he's flirting with this girl while his friends are stealing records for him to spin because he's like he's a DJ. And she's noticing them stealing him as he's going away. And like Omar Epps' character is like saying, "All right, I'll call you back." That's basically what they did in the movie. He's like, "Charlie, what are you doing? What's that behind your back?" He's still just singing and she's gonna be like, "Charlie, what are you doing?" "Oh, wait, you'll see." He's like, "Charlie, don't you fucking dare!" Charlie, like, well, she's gonna be surprised. Charlie!
I love that person so much in the movie because like he is screaming and he just keeps going. He's like, man, wait, sup? Itchy was there for him. Itchy was a good friend.
Itchy was a real one, man.
He was ride or die.
Man, even when he like burnt, even when like Scarface came after him, he's like, "Man, I'm over her. He done beat the fuck out of me. He done burned our place down.
Yeah,
I told your dumbass we needed to leave. We needed to go somewhere. You did not believe me." I'm like, "Nigga, you supposed to be my home dog, and you just don't."
Me as a kid, like I saw seeing Itchy limp like that with actual visible bruises. I was like, "Oh no, hated that bastard bulldog."
It's sad. It's sad. Like the voice actress for Anna Marie and like the little baby dinosaur from
Yeah.
Oh, Ducky.
Yeah.
Ducky. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't just passed. Like the little girl who played Ducky actually died in one of the worst ways.
Murdered.
Yeah.
That
murdered
was
by her own dad.
I found that out.
Yeah, man,
no.
that was fucked up when I found out about that. I was like, "Jeez!" Like
Dude,
she was so
person.
young. She was so
It wasn't
young
just that.
too.
She was
Dude,
like
it wasn't
5.
just that, but like when she, like even when she was doing recordings and everything and going to school, her home life was so abusive. She was actually plucking out her eyelashes.
Jesus.
That's how she was like
Yeah.
taking it out. So, anyways, to answer your question, J-Step, about what creators inspired me. Sorry, just trying to segue from like the depressing thought of dead child. Weirdly enough, like, because I want to like go back into art and everything. Weirdly enough, one of my newest inspirations is actually Rob Schrab, just because I love how dynamic his artwork is. But like as far as other ones go, weirdly enough, Frank Miller was actually an inspiration for me. Like if you look in some of my sketchbooks, you'll notice that I went with a lot of like bulkier designs because I loved how Frank Miller drew. Keyword being drew, because when the 2000s hit, I don't know if you know this, but his artwork got worse.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Did Frank Miller actually draw not Watchmen, Batman Returns? Did he draw that?
He drew the Dark Knight Returns.
Sorry, Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns.
And yeah, he drew the Dark Knight Returns, and he drew the sequel to it, which was The Dark Knight Strikes Again, which is definitely not as good in my opinion.
No, it was not. That was just bad. I can't say that.
Boring.
Yeah.
And Brian Azzarello drew the third one, which was Dark Knight 3, The Master Race. Yes, that's the name.
Race.
And
was that
yes,
the one where
it
they
is
had
about...
Was that the one with Darkseid and Joker trying to elect Trump?
No. That happened in The Golden Child? That was the
it happened in one of the comics. I mean, they had like pictures of it all over the place. It's just like, okay, why is Joker not dead? And why does
Joker-
Darkseid care about
that's
getting Trump elected? I'll see if I can find a picture. It's messed up as hell, but
the only way Joker could not be dead is if it was the Joker from Dark Knight Strikes Again, because that Joker, fun fact, is Dick Grayson.
Huh.
Yeah, and that was weird, and no one liked that. I don't know why anybody would like the idea of Dick Grayson becoming the Joker, and even weirder is that he became like a weird mutant who could still talk with his head cut off.
okay then. Yeah, I got a picture of this, so I'll just show that if that's okay. But yeah, it was a really weird comic, and I don't know why this was a thing.
Tim Drake was technically the Joker at one point.
So it's just like, okay, you are literally someone who could probably nuke the entire era with your laser beams. Why are you bothering with this? Also,
I don't.
Why?
Well, if there's anything I know about Frank Miller is that Frank Miller's work has always been political.
Yeah,
I know that like always been political ever since like the 80s, and he wanted it to be that way. It was purposeful. The thing is that like the politics took a backseat to the story, and usually we're just like, okay, this makes some form of sense in this world, but even in this world that Frank Miller's created, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So
like.
So it was one of the reasons why it was just so off-putting, and I think that's one of the reasons. Yeah, I think you actually explained it, like why people don't like politics in their media. It's not that they don't want politics as a whole to be elements in the actual media itself. They just don't want it to take a backseat to the actual story or characters.
If it becomes distracting, that's when it becomes an issue. Because I actually am all for political themes and such being in media. I think media should be controversial. I love Metal Gear Solid, all this stuff. I like Watchmen because it has some of the political themes, but when it becomes a situation of just like, hey, let's have this thing of just like, let's just shine the spotlight on this political thing and then just like never address it, or just like it's just like very distracting and tonally.
Yeah.
I put it as simply as this. There's a difference between having politics in your story and your story being political. That's the best way to put it.
Okay. Yeah. Hell, even the recent like Jupiter's Legacy show, like I don't know how accurate it is to the comic, but at least they tie in like modern day politics into the real world in a way that like makes sense. Where it's just like, okay, hey, maybe being peaceful isn't exactly the way to go about it anymore, and that the world has changed. They even bring up things like, oh yeah, Nazis are back and everything, and the guy who's lived for like 100 years is just like, I don't care what they call themselves, they're Nazis. I've seen Nazis. Like that's
we're good.
The Utopian. Yeah, the Utopian said that. Sadly, the show has been canceled. I personally loved it. I've not read the comic, so take that for what you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, because let me give you another good example. Fritz the Cat is very political.
Oh yeah, Fritz the Cat does have some interesting political stuff.
But the thing about it is, is that Fritz the Cat, the original comic, wasn't political at all. And when the creator of the original comic approached Bakshi about it, he was pissed because he said, "I don't want politics in the story."
He didn't like the way leftism was shown in the movie. That was one of his biggest criticisms. And whether he was right or wrong. Go on, son.
No, like here's the thing. I think it was like the overtly, because like I actually went out of my way to read the actual comic of Lifetimes of Fritz the Cat, the actual comic. Mm-hmm. And a couple of things stuck out to me. One, it wasn't political at all, and two, Fritz was a lot worse in the comics. He's a you could argue. Oh, in the movies, he's just kind of a douchebag. He's just at his worst. At his worst, he's a bit of a myopic douchebag, and that's him at his worst. In the comic, he's a rapist.
What?
Shit.
Yeah. Like that's how bad he gets. He's an outright rapist. He has no empathy. He is just not. You do not root in the in the movie. You can kind of root for him
Well, like the whole
you
thing
know,
with the movie is that, like, sorry to interrupt, but like the whole thing with the movie, and granted, I haven't seen all of the movie, but the gist that I got was that it was all about how young people can be led astray in one way or another. That's the gist I got.
That's probably the best way to do it because Fritz is very much
He's young and he wants to do something, but he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, he's just doing random shit without thinking it through. He's a bit of a douchebag and he's a bit entitled and he's kind of, you know,
got involved with a Nazi bunny.
Wild.
Yeah, and then like the whole horse scene. Oh boy.
You know, he kind of reminds me of,
I'm gonna head out for now, guys. What time is come?
It's like 10 over here, so
it was
Dude,
it was
like
nice chatting with you dudes.
Yeah, good seeing it.
Always fun.
Wait, do
Definitely.
you prefer Bag or Tunes or Mr. Tunes or Mr. Bag?
B, Bags, Tunes, whatever you want to call me.
Okay, Mr. Bags, good seeing you again.
Yeah, you too, J Step. Oh.
It's nice meeting you, dude.
yeah.
Good
I'm
on
just
you
gonna-
too, Beta Cat. All right, I'm gonna catch you later.
See you, Mason.
Moving on. Well, I didn't go into who inspired me yet, so I guess that's my turn. I guess it depends on. I guess it depends on when you get me. The hardest part is basically trying to find the one that probably inspired me the most. Old school Pixar got me into 3D animation, which definitely helped my career quite a bit. I think artists as a whole really inspire me, and every so often I find a new artist or new direction to go in that really piques my interest. I remember the thing that got me into comics was Amanda Conner and Jimmy P's Power Girl, but I also got into comics because of another character called Gina Diggers from Gold Digger. She was made by a dude named Fred Perry. Do you ever hear of the person?
Sadly, sounds familiar, but I can't really put a face to it. Sadly,
yeah. If you see his work, you'll definitely recognize it. Just gotta bring that up again.
Oh, I totally forgot. Sorry to interrupt once again, but Babs Tarr. I don't know if you guys know her as an artist, but like she inspired the fuck out of me. In terms of some of the stuff that she did.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Babstar.
Fucking love her work. I think I saw her in Motor Crush. I don't know if anybody has read it, but yeah, I love it to death. Anyways, sorry, J-Step, continue.
I'll take a look at that because it seemed important to you, so that's definitely cool. Maybe Babstar artist?
Babs Tarr.
Oh, Babs.
It's like BABS, and then her last name is TARR. She does really good work and
TARR. Why did I put two? There we go. Okay, now
that's her artwork.
Yeah. It's funny. She has incredible artwork, but I usually find that the work that she does not exactly my favorite. Like she did an okay Batgirl, although sometimes it got weird. But her what do you call it? Her Superwoman that came up in that new event that came, Future State, was I think the weakest book out of the entire Future State line. It was just not good. And I'm sorry.
What's funny is that I've read the only Future State stuff I've read is ironically the best stuff to come from it.
So Wonder Woman?
No.
Oh,
Swamp Thing, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, no, Swamp Thing. Surprisingly, one of the best book series that usually stays pretty consistently good is Swamp Thing.
Yeah, no. What blew my mind is that like the current stuff of Swamp Thing, like the Infinite Frontier, I've been reading it and I love it. I really love it. Like I loved it in Future State and I loved the Infinite Frontier stuff. It was absolutely amazing. I think the other stuff, Nightwing was really good. Catwoman was really fun to read.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest. I tried to read Next Batman. Nope.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, if you're going to have a Black Batman, have it be my boy Duke Thomas. He is one of my favorites in terms of like Batman sidekicks. He is way more of a close connection than Tim Fox, the character I don't know, don't care about, and have no connection to.
Yeah.
Oh, Batman the Dark Detective. That was one I really, really loved.
I heard that was pretty good. Yeah.
It was pretty. It blew my mind because Mari Tamaki. I don't like her work, but goddamn, she wrote an interesting version of Batman that was essentially homeless. But
As much as I dislike her for basically making stories of characters I actually do like quite a bit. When she really tries, she can do some amazing work. She apparently did a really good version of Wonder Woman. This Batman was pretty good. But yeah, like her work in Breaking Glass and the stuff that we're going to be seeing in that new comic, I'm just like, oh, why? Why is it?
The I Am Not Starfire? That one?
Yeah, the I Am Not Starfire. It's like, why is it when you take one of my favorite characters, with the exception of Wonder Woman, you completely destroy them? Like, what? Do you hate me or something like that? Because it seems like anytime you do something, you go in a direction that I would actively dislike. So it's like, oh wow, you actually chose to go with Starfire. Is awesome look, and it looks like she humped the penguin.
Hey guys, you mind if I in the show I'm dozing off just a tad bit. I'm not trying to say that I'm just dozing off, and I don't want to.
Okay, do you want to wrap?
I might. Yeah, I was gonna say, can I wrap things up real quick?
Okay, is it okay if I just wrap things up on this end? I'll just go through the last inspiration.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead, no problem.
Okay, well, as I said, Fred Perry and also Power Girl got me back into comics, and I'm like, I want to find out what more there is. And then I got more into Frank Cho. I got into She-Hulk again. I got into a bunch of other comics. So I think, again, it's not so much the writers that really get me into it, although, again, Jimmy P is very awesome, but it's the artists that get me in there. It's the visual parts in there. And I think one of the reasons why I tend to get very feisty when I see comic art that's not so good, especially on characters I would actually read, like Squirrel Girl.
It's because you care. That's why.
Because I actually give a shit. It's like, and then when people are like, "Why do you care?" She's a joke character. I'm just like, well, now you understand why you don't give a shit, because she's not a character that you actually liked. I mean, even when she was looking awful, well, not awful. I didn't think she looked awful. I think she looked untraditionally cute. When
she could have been better.
Ditko did her, but it's freaking Ditko. He gets a pass. He could make Shit Girl, and that would be fine because he's freaking Steve Ditko. But and he inspired me too.
Wait, again, Fred Perry, the porn artist?
Well, he doesn't always do porn. Though, interesting note about this artist, Fred Perry. He actually got to start making pinup artists in the Gulf War. So while he was overseas, it was pretty cool. So I guess he got a lot of practice doing pinup drawing there. And then when he got back to the States, he got an opportunity to make a comic series, and he made Gold Digger back in the 90s, and he's still making it today. So
he made Steam Wars. Holy fuck.
Yeah, he did Steam Wars. He did a bunch of other comics too. So, but definitely Gold Digger. Oh yeah, he also made a a parody off of Deja Torres as well, but instead of John Carter coming, it was Gina Diggers, and she ended up being like super buff when she came there. It was a fun ass story.
He's done 16-bit zombie. That's cool.
Oh yeah. But anyways, kind of wrapping things up for me. When it comes to people who are inspirational, again, you can make a really good story, but if it looks like ass, then I tend to be a little feisty about it. So it's the artists that really get it for me. Okay, I'm done. So if you want to wrap things up, Slim, we can do that. For everyone who's here and still here, thank you very much for coming and for listening.
Sorry for being late. I'm really sorry for being late, not gonna lie.
Hey, you came here, man. That's definitely cool. Thank you for coming.
Nah, dude, like that's pretty normal for a lot of people, actually. You're fine.
I didn't want to like fucking deadbeat dad it, you know?
Yeah. No,
dude, I am super like this. Like I said, I've said this since the beginning. This is just an excuse to talk to my friends. Honestly, that's mostly what it is. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, thanks for coming out. See you guys later.
All right, sweetness. Oh, is it not live anymore?
No, not yet. You gotta exit out.
Oh shit. Gotta exit.